For the past few months, I've been seeing a lot of articles about the trouble with dating in a recession. It seems that today's economic circumstances have put a severe bite into the modern mating ritual, and women are all in a tizzy about it. Account after account tells of women forlornly describing their woes at the decreased stable of men. There's just no one left out there. All the men seem to have gone into hiding. We're out here all alone. Help us, please help us. Now, really, all this trouble with dating in a recession stuff is just a bunch of syndicated whining. What women are really expressing is their dismay that there are fewer men out there who are able and willing to pay for the dating and mating ritual. This is not an outreach to men to share their feelings or come to the table and discuss things. It's a loosely orchestrated whinge that screams, "Wah! No one wants to pay for our sushi and cosmopolitans anymore." You'd think that today's empowered women would step to the plate and pick up the financial slack in the dating scene, right? Well, think again. Although they might not realize it, the majority of Western women take the third-wave feminist tack of equality when it's convenient for me, traditionalism when it's convenient for me. Give me equality in the workplace, but you better make damn sure that when the bills come, you're the one forking it over. It doesn't take a genius to see the hypocrisy here. The vast majority of women have no intention whatsoever of paying their share of the dating and mating ritual. That part is up to men, as it's always been. The simple solution, which the so-called experts don't have the balls to mention, is to date cheaper and split the bill. Or, gasp, maybe even pay the bill yourself. No. Today's women will do what they've been trained to do by the experts, the media, and legions of stupid men caught up in outdated modes of chivalry. They'll whine until they get what they want. But this also reveals a more subtle and insidious hypocrisy at work. Let's talk about feelings and communication. For years now, men have been told that we need to communicate more and share our feelings and true selves with women. Well, man, we have the perfect chance now, right? Now that the money is gone, all that we're left with is ourselves in place of the money and material things we've waved in front of women in order to attract them. And since women are the more compassionate and understanding gender, according to legions of experts and editorialists, they should be excited at the rare chance to discover the true selves hidden behind the money and all of the stuff. Yeah, right. The truth is that women and the rest of the world could care less about what men feel. For the vast majority, and particularly in the dating and mating scene, we are walking ATM machines. Why else will we see scads of articles, all from women's perspectives by the way, crying about the crunch that the recession has put on dating? Shouldn't there be article after article telling women, hey, it's okay, fancy dinners and clubs and cosmopolitans don't mean anything. What matters is discovering the true person you're with. The brutal reality is that a vast number of women in the dating scene are spoiled, entitled little brats who could care less about anyone else, especially the guys they're dating. They're horrified that their standard of living will decrease with the recession, and even more horrified at the idea of having to pay their own way in this world. They're so fed on the idea of men paying for everything, despite their whinging about equality and everything else, that they cannot see the prostitute that looks back at them from the mirror in the morning after. Recently, I tried an experiment on a dating site. I posted an ad that said I had 2 concert tickets. I offered to bring a woman to the concert, ticket on me, if she foot the bill for a reasonable dinner at a low-priced, fun restaurant afterward. A pretty reasonable offer for a night of fun, right? I posted a second ad that said I wanted to bring a woman out for a night in the town, expensive dinner, fancy club, and everything that goes with it, on me. Guess which ad got the most responses? The second one, of course. In fact, the first ad received no responses at all. So here I am with the first ad, giving women a chance to step up to the plate and prove how strong and independent and adventurous they are. 0 responses. Then I offer women the chance to be concubines, and am flooded with responses. Surprised? No. When you read between the lines, women today want what they've always gotten: a fun, exciting ritual paid for by someone else. Give them a chance to prove how independent they are, and they scatter like roaches. And God forbid any man sheds light on this truth. Our job, as it's always been, is to keep our mouths shut and our wallets open. This is the brutal reality behind the trouble with dating in a recession articles. It's a bunch of spoiled, entitled little brats who are upset because there are less men out there willing to pay for things. Actually, these articles have been dying down somewhat lately, which is perhaps a sign that there are more people out there than not who wish that these pathetic, liquor and privilege-soaked harpies would shut the hell up. Thank God. So, in conclusion, here's some advice for dating challenged women in a recession. Date cheaper and split the bill. Give that man a chance to see how strong, independent, and understanding you are. You've been saying it long enough, right? Now's the time to show it. Surprise us. Step up to the plate and walk the walk. Discover new things. Go throw a frisbee in a park. Go see some live music at a local venue. Have cheeseburgers at a drive-in. Take a ferry ride around the city. Use your imaginations and solve your own dating crisis. Take your fingers out of your mouths, ditch the fancy dinners and drinks, and rough it out with the rest of us. And get out those wallets. It's time you paid your own way in this world. And here's an even stronger message to men. Any working woman who requires that you pay for the entire dating and mating ritual is a prostitute. Plain and simple. Her directive is clear. You ain't getting any of this if you don't pay for this. And if you're a man who does pay for the dating ritual in order to get sex, you're a John, and you will be treated as such through the entirety of your so-called relationship. You might as well go to a brothel instead, where the transaction is at least clear and honest. At a brothel, no one claims to want to get to know you better. They want your money, period. A hooker who requires that you fork over the green before sex is much more honest than a hypocrite who claims to be independent on the one hand, but requires that you pay for her lifestyle. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Anyway, that's the brutal reality. And if you can't handle it, well, tough shit. You built this world, now you have to live in it. See you next time.